Hello, Connect Groups. I'm Ashley and I'm here with Pastor Bernard. This weekend he preached a sermon titled A Tale of Two Brothers. You talked about the parable of the prodigal son, and you kind of gave us a different look on it. You talked about more of the perspective of the brother and how he saw his father as he received his brother that had left.
Yeah.
Which for me, that was a revelation. I never really thought about the other brother as much in that story because for a while I identified myself as the prodigal son, right? Returning, being accepted by grace. Yeah. But you also hit on the stuff of the older brother, right? That the longer you walk with Christ, you kind of step into that role of the older brother. Yeah. Can you talk about that a little bit? Yeah.
So I think it had a lot to do with our perception of God, right? And I just touched on how the younger brother saw that he was unworthy. And a lot of Christians walk around, we feel unworthy of God's love, unworthy of his grace, and we think that we have to perform for God. So a lot of us feel that shame or guilt, and we just carry that because we have a past, and somehow some of us never get over our past, and that skews our view of God, and we just think that he's either disappointed or angry, and so we always go around just like the younger brother says, I am not worthy to be called your son. And what that does, Ash, is that makes us his servants, or we don't have this great relationship with our dad, right? Whereas God's like, no, I love you, filled with compassion. He just embraces.
Yeah.
And then I really related, like when I first became a Christian, coming out of all the stuff that I came out of, I so identified with the prodigal son. Yeah. But the longer that I've been a Christian, which has been since the dinosaurs roamed the earth, I've kind of related more and more like the older brother. Yeah. And he was angry, and he was like, he saw his dad. He said, I've been slaving for you.
Look at everything I've done.
Look at everything that I've done for you, and you don't even share anything. And God looks at him, or the dad looks at his son, and he says, but son, you've always been with me. Yeah. And everything that I have, it's all yours. All you have to do is just enjoy it with me, right? Yeah. But his view of God, his perception of his dad was he was stingy, never gives anything, all that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of Christians are, right? We have to kind of perform for God.
And it's so easy. You never wake up one day and you're like, oh, I've made the switch. It happens gradually, right?
Gradually.
And you're like, oh, now I see myself as that.
Exactly.
So what would you say is one practical thing to gauge ourselves and be like, hey, what is my perception of God? Am I seeing him as a master or as a father? Yeah. What would you say one thing we can do?
Yeah. I think one practical thing is you have to ask yourself, do you honestly feel that God is always mad at you, that you're performing for God, that you're earning, his favor, anything that you do, checking boxes? That's a really, really good indication that you have slipped into the elder brother role. Yeah. Right? If you don't have the life and the joy and the peace, and you're not just enjoying the relationship, the whole parable is of God's heart overflowing for love for his sons, right? Yeah. Even the one that was angry and wouldn't join the party, he's just standing outside, and the father comes to him, right? So I would say, Ash, if you have joy and you have this, you're experiencing relationship with God, that's a good indication that you're really getting grace and that you're really enjoying the relationship.
Yeah, that's really, really good. Because even on my bad days when I'm acting really bratty, I'm like, ooh, God's something's mad. Wrong, right? Or I messed up somewhere along the way because I lost all my joy, and I'm just seeing everything through negative lenses.
Exactly.
And even when this is a good thing, but I see it so negatively. Yeah. That's so good. Well, I hope that in your Connect groups, this inspires an awesome discussion and that you guys are able to talk and share together, because this is an incredible truth that we hope that you guys get to catch today in your Connect groups and continue to just meditate on. We love you guys, and we hope to see you next weekend.
Bye.